Hi, my name is Amber Colbert and I'm the Clark County Museum Administrator. And as you can see, I'm not at Clark County Museum. We're actually standing in front of what will hopefully be the 17th historical structure to move to Clark County Museum. Today, we had a very exciting press conference to launch a fundraising effort to get this house moved. This is called the Howard Hughes Greenhouse. And by putting heritage in motion, we can hopefully move it to our location. But before we do that, let's go inside and take a look and meet our partners, the Clark County Museum Guild. So now we're inside the Howard Hughes house in one of the big statement rooms right when you walk in. And today I'm joined with Michelle Moncrist from the Clark County Museum Guild. What is your role with the Clark County Museum Guild?
I am a volunteer with the Clark County Museum Guild, and I'm the chairperson of Heritage in Motion. Heritage in Motion is the effort we are calling to relocate this home to the museum.
Awesome. So what kind of funding do you need? Because I know we've got some from the county, we have some private donors, but what are we looking till we have enough funds to move it?
We are grateful for the funding we have secured thus far, but yes, in order to move this house, we need $1.6 million. And so we are asking for whatever support the community can offer for us to reach this goal.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot about you, Michelle, but our viewers don't really know that much about you. You started out as a volunteer at the museum, correct?
I did. And I, in fact, remember clearly being offered the potential to speak and interpret in the Beckley House. And I've always had a passion for the Clark County Museum, and that really ignited this volunteer work for the museum. I am a big believer of volunteering for the community, that every person has a gift that they can give back to their community. And so I like to think that by volunteering for the museum, I can give the gift of my time.
Yeah. Now, I know Howard Hughes has tons of myths, legends, and some facts. What is your favorite thing you've learned about Howard Hughes?
That is a terrific question. There are so many, but top of mind for me has to be the curious and interesting relationship between Howard Hughes and Frank Sinatra. That there's a bit of a rivalry there. Likely involved a lady friend therein. And that rivalry built on top of each other and exploded in a very public manner after Hughes purchased the Sands where Sinatra was playing and dialed back the ability to gamble as much. So Frank Sinatra had a very Frank Sinatra response to that event, and then subsequently moved across the street to the Caesar's Palace.
Amazing. Speaking of lady friends, how about we go take a look at one of the bedrooms in the house?
That's a great idea. That's a fun room.
All right, let's go. So moving from the living room, we're now back in the back bedroom. And oral tradition calls this the women's bedroom, which has some really key functions in it. It's got built-in shelves with some pink roses on the handle. It's got this blush colored mirror at the vanity. We don't know if this was used for women, but it's safe to assume Howard Hughes probably entertained a few women. Michelle, what's your favorite part of this room?
So there's a couple different favorite parts, but I do have a personal affinity for the pink mirror. The home didn't originally include pink, but Hughes thought that women would find themselves feeling better about themselves if their mirror had a pink hue. And I have to say, in getting ready today, I agree. I felt great.
Yeah, one of my favorite things in this room is also the fact that only Hughes would have a house with a panic button in it.
The panic button.
Which is in this room.
Should we get some footage of the panic button? I think all of us are very curious to press it. But yes, there is a panic button in this room. If pressed, it would immediately alert Metro authorities for immediate assistance here at this house.
So we're not pressing it today.
Maybe next time.
So in this room, which is kind of a large living room, right now we've done a proto exhibit of what it might look like in the museum. And anybody that knows anything about Clark County Museum, we also have a aviation museum with a large collection of Howard Hughes inspired aviation artifacts. So that's what we have featured here. In the corner, you'll see pieces of wood. They just look like normal pieces of wood, but those come from the Odekirk collection, who was an assistant in Howard Hughes Aviation Services. That wood was wood that was tested to see if it would work to create the spruce goose. The piece in the front is actually a knife tested piece, so they could tell if the wood would withstand a blade hitting it. As you move across the case, you'll see some paperwork involving the transfer of ownership from Alamo Airways from George Crockett to Howard Hughes Tools Industry. And one of my favorite pieces, the Howard Hughes watch that was used in one of his record-breaking flights around the world. Do you have a favorite here, Michelle?
Oh, absolutely the watch for sure. But you know what? I think close second has to be the Top Banana. There is a Top Banana award in here for Hughes Air West.
Yeah, and that comes from Howard Hughes Air West was a big yellow plane. It was called the Banana in the Sky a lot. And so they played off of it and their employees won the Top Banana award.
Top Banana.
Yeah, so this is just a little bit of the treat of what people will see. Now, when we move this house, do you think the Guild will be involved in helping us stage some of it and collecting items as well?
Oh, most certainly. I think that's part of it because when the Guild and the museum come together, that's when the magic happens. That is where we strike that balance between education and staging so that someone can walk through history and find one of the many stories to be told with the artifacts while standing within the structure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today, Michelle.
Thank you so much for having.
Thank you for holding a wonderful press conference. Hopefully we can raise the funds, right?
We look forward to raising these funds so that we can bring history home.
Okay. All right. So now we're back at the Clark County Museum and we're actually at the location we're hoping to move the Howard Hughes house. Of course, that is with the help of the public. And the way you could help is supporting our nonprofit, the Clark County Museum Guild, by visiting their website. Also, you can get a lot of information at their website. They have a wonderful blog where they'll be featuring different guest blog writers that will talk about different history throughout Clark County, specifically about the Howard Hughes house, of course, as well. And then hopefully in a couple years you can come here and for free admission you can explore it and have access to all the history that Howard Hughes had here in our valley.